Well, I'll talk now. Yeah, I knew my tech would shit on me by running the random pick thingy-majiggy like one asked me to. It threw me off YouTube. It brought me up onto the YouTube random comment picker easily enough, but to actually then press play and get it to work, it decided to say sort of. So I've just had to mess around doing that a little bit and then finding the feedback again. But I'm now just checking something else, making sure this time it doesn't bin me off YouTube. What's it doing? Come on. Oh, I can't be bothered. Let's delete that. Yeah, start having to pick around the winner. Winner Dance Collectibles. Great coin, so close to 3,000. You should reach it soon. Good luck. I can't share it. Well, I did share it on Facebook, but I shared it on Dragon Lord Coins, my that page on my Facebook, because I couldn't obviously access Ian's. Uh, well, what am I meant to do? It's on my screen. That's doing on an iPad or something. You'll never see it live. But I do have this screen up still on. So yeah, it's a lovely little bit of tech, but I think you need to run it on someone else's equipment whilst you're streaming on your own. Show it on an iPad or something, because there's no way you can show it on the screen of a desktop when you're YouTubing through the desktop. So, didn't get to see it live, but it has been done, and it's down to be able to comment, so it should be easy enough to contact them, whoever it is needs to contact them. And I'm not trying to beat Ian's record of freezes. I've had one where the sound has gone and everything else has been imposed upon me off. Took over the page to do the picking. 11 of you back. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I wanted you to melt down because Ian wanted it live. Well, Ian should have done it live. He's got an iPad that works. He's got a phone that works. I only have a desktop that works for streaming. I couldn't do it in any other fashion. I could potentially have done it via my laptop, but no one suggested doing it via not my laptop, my iPad. I had no idea. I just did it, and I can't imagine how it could take over a live screen, because this is being filmed by my camera. That's the only reason you're seeing it. I can't imagine it could take over the screen and transmit to you what I'm seeing on my desktop. Yeah, might have wanted it live, but it's quite live as it could be. Gave me the stress of having to get back in after all this faffing about. Yeah, I've seen him on the table done. He enjoys his sometimes. Go anyone. You can play and lose when I'm about. I've seen them on the table of other people when they've been doing it. I think that's like Bungle has done it. But yeah, they always use a different device to do it. I don't have a different device to do it. So I use this one, which I thought was the only way I could. Little did I know it was going to bin me off. And in hindsight, yeah, even if there's no way would it have come up on the YouTube screen for you to see it. All right. Yeah, well, it's done now. I'm sure Dan's Collectibles isn't going to complain. He's a winner. And as I don't know him from Adam, no one can ever say there's any nepotism taking place. I was half hoping I'd win it, because no one would believe that. That would be funny as hell. But in reality, I didn't think it would do. Screen Cassify allows you to record the screen where Hay is done. Well, I've never even heard of Screen Cassify. It sounds scientific. Sounds a bit like some of you expect to find on a spaceship, but certainly not my house. That's the fun of live TV, complete with its wobbly bits. Hey, you talking about my boobs? These are moobs. These are muscle. They just haven't been developed into muscle yet. And this is a lot of investment. Dare you call them my wobbly bits? This is what it is. I completely trust you, so no issues my end. Thanks very much, Ian. Happy days, yeah. Cool, yeah. Dan's Collectibles. Don't know who Dan's Collectibles is, but there you are. Dan's Collectible is my hidden name. Ah, well then, that's cool. Congrats. You're getting the French Mickey and Minnie Mouse coin or whatever it might be. Dan's my second account. Yeah. 1BT2, that one, Luke. Unless, of course, you share that account. That could well be the case. I'm running low on this. I'm gonna have to go and do a refill in a sec. Can anybody think of anything that they would like to have as an auction? Be it a print, lots of beautiful prints up there, which you can scan through, or else you listen to me in the background, or any of the coins. And when people say there's nothing to buy on the inside, they are obviously very blind or lazy from looking, because like I say, I came across with those mystery parcels, which is brilliant, and also those pairs of the 2015 £2 coins, which again is a really good price. There's lots of stuff to buy, just nothing that's jumping out and smacking him in the face like a wet kipper. You paid yours, Lorna. Excellent. Yeah, you'll be getting that soon, and I'm sure you'll be chuffed with it. I know I was with mine. That's why I ordered a couple more, because they are brilliant. Very nice indeed. Yeah, but anything else you can think of, I'm going to be putting the kettle on and replenishing my cup. Have a moves around and let me know. Yeah, he's out of some of the more kind of spectacular things like the. Have you touched your nan? I think you're probably going to be timed out. Yeah, there you go. What a prat. Where was I? I've lost it now. Yeah, that's it. Some of the showstoppers, like the must be record. A record have been deleted. Yeah. Well, I had a few back a couple of months ago. Well pleased with them. Yeah. Never banned first comment before. Yeah, well, done again the first one. Yeah, imbecile. Yeah, the undated 20p's, the 1992, 93 dual 8 50p's. Yeah, those are showstoppers, really. And yeah, Ian needs to get in touch with these contacts and get some more showstoppers back on the site. But obviously, he can only do so much, and he's been working every hour that God sends, really. And getting all the live streaming the way it's been going as well has been taking up a lot of his time. He will get those in and add them in due course. If you want to have a play on that one, of course you can. What's the starting bid, Chris? I'm going to make tea before we do any of this anyway. But if we know what how much does the £200 mystery parcel cost as a buy it now price from the website? Then we divide that by 3, and that's the opening bid. £31. I'll start with 35. So it's for 99. Oh, 31. Can't be for £93. That'd be a weird beginning. Steve, can you do a shout out, please? We've been needing mods in the evening, so anyone trustworthy can apply. So yeah, if there's anyone able to be mods during the evening, we'll be very keen. Louise, you said £33 start. It will be. We've already started with 35, and now looks like is it Chris? Are you just gone up to 100 there with that one? £2 in a day. Yeah, well, it's half term. A lot of the children are playing around and obviously don't know how they're finding this particular feed, but probably one's told another and they're all seeing where they can get banned. As 100 start with 35, right? Okay. Yep. So 35 opening bid has been made by Chris. Going back a bit, yeah, above where Lighty asked me to do a shout out. So we're after some volunteers who are able to do modding in the evening. Uh, Obviously, I don't think people would probably want to trust me as being a mod, Warren, but if I'm on myself at any stage and I see something, I've got my spanner attached to me and I will definitely delete and hide as soon as I need to. I try never to do that. Warren saying he does favour young blondes, they go right to the front of the queue. Love it. Louise let us know she's not bidding, correcting mistake. A1 Coins is now in the 40, now in the bid, right? Well, we've got 35 and 40 now. Javid's after subscribers. So if there's anyone on now, if you aren't bidding, if you just hover to the right hand side of his entry there, which is about 2 and 3 down, you'll have a chance to go to channel. It opens up a separate page. This page remains talking. You can still listen to me waffling in the background. But once you hit his page, top right hand corner or thereabouts, you see a red subscribe tab. You give that a little whack for him, that'll be brilliant. And then you can just close the page down and you come straight back to this page. Lorna says that Ian said that she can mod with John at weekends. That's brilliant. Chris is flying back in the 50 against A1 Coins. So up to 50 now for this £200 in value mystery parcel, which is a beautiful thing to get. Always nice not knowing what you're getting, really, because sometimes you want to pay for what you want. You want to know what you're getting, but at other times it's nice to have the surprise, like Christmas. You knew what everything was underneath the wrapping paper, then it'd be a pretty boring morning because I'll lose the slippers I asked for. Oh, that's that. It's the fun of not knowing. You're coming across something which may take you down a different collecting slant to some degree. Someone might be a dead set 50p collector until they got something given to them which made them go wow, and all of a sudden they go off down a different branch. So these mystery parcels can take you all over the place. I think is that a link for Javid's channel? Is it, Lighty? If so, thank you ever so much. Makes it even easier for people. Chris is the owner of Queen Star. I worked that out. Love it. It's a mystery. Oh, it's a mystery. Oh, it's a mystery. Who's that? Toya. God, that's going back a bit now, isn't it? Early 80s. She made a lot of money by investing in a certain children's TV program, which she thought had legs to make a bit of cash. So she invested in. He's tended to be mad. Lighty bringing us back onto track. It's a £100 mystery parcel. Whereas £100 mystery parcel is a £200 mystery parcel, I do believe. And the bid currently is 50 quid. So that's half the price that you'd normally have to pay for this mystery parcel. He's doing a countdown. I'm not going to say any names in the background when it gets down to 10. In fact, I won't even speak when it gets down to 10. I'm off to go and make my refill now. Seems like a good time. Wow, that was a close one. Bit of tactical bid in the last 2 seconds there. Can't blame me for the bag of Maltesers, Marie. That's not down to me. Yeah, that's good. Sold to A1 for 56. And how are you paying for that A1? Is that going to be in coins or in cash? Yeah, the buy was too low by the looks of it. Terrible. Coins, okay. I should let Ian know. I send the end of day email from here. That's cool. Happy days. Well, if you got lots of feather 2Ps, you've done a cracking job there. But a bit of excitement there, wasn't there? Particularly the end. I was in the kitchen. One was had his back turned. 51, 55, 56. Quick succession. Okay, cheers, Hannah. I'll make a note of that. No, as Lighty points out, that's a great deal because that one includes a silver proof. In which case, it's blooming fantastic deal, isn't it? 56. Particularly if you've got a stockpile of coins, which you obviously have to some degree as you're paying in coins, not pounds. So that's brilliant. Well, these mystery parcels have been a bit of a success thus far today. Right, and it's now 20 past 3 or thereabouts. What tangent shall we go down now, or how can we digress? I hope you've all gone across and subbed to Javid's channel. And if you haven't already, please do the same for myself and Lighty. I'm Dragon Lord Coins and Lighty's Lighty Collects, quite obviously. And A1 Coins and everyone else. We all sub to each other. Our numbers will increase, and then if we do go down the coin tubing or whatever channel kind of down the line in regards to YouTube. Makes things a little bit easier. One's gonna be nipping out for 10, needs to restock his nicotine. Sorted. And Judith has subbed. Well done, thank you. And Chris is saying he's here anyway. One, if you're still in hearing distance, go resupply your nicotine supplies. I suppose me doing this isn't helping. So. Well, I'm a proud non-smoker, even though I vape, and they all talk about it in America in regards to being bad for you and people dying from lung conditions and all that. And that's in every single case is for people who've been smoking some form of cannabinoid or whatever, and they probably haven't got it from legitimate channels either. So God knows what they've been inhaling. Jabber's saying just click on the names in chat and go to channel and hit sub and come back. I don't know. Is that I always go to the dots on the side. I can't hit the name, but I can hit the face or the comment or whatever to the left hand side. I open up a channel. It doesn't seem to be for me. Yeah, me. Whereas the three dots always seems to work. Yeah. Well, it does when I'm not live streaming. Here I can do the old report, remove, timeout, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, for everyone else though, the three dots to the right hand side works. You may be able to highlight the name of what's going on with this thing now. Get that out. Got a box in the way now. Oh God, there we are. Bish bash bosh. Right. I know this is our third stream now. I take no responsibility at all for being disconnected the last time. That was me following links, thinking I was doing what I was told, and my machine telling me to start off, basically. Julie did the three dots as well. Yeah, that's what I always do. It's easier. Just hover over, press it, and then it'll normally say, go to channel, bish bash. Click the link is easier. Well, yeah, the link is above now, obviously just been put up there by Warren. I thought he got out for fags. Alright. I'm going to be picking up a £500 bag of £2 coins tomorrow. And I'll be doing a £2 coin hunt tomorrow night, I think. Or I might do it on Wednesday, don't I? Either way, I'll be hoping for something better than I got last time. Although it wasn't too bad, I suppose. My last 50p one was terrible. My body's used to nicotine for 50 years. If I give up, I'll be dead in 6 months. Yeah, well, I haven't given up. I still get my nicotine, but I gave out this. Just that rather than inhaling burnt dry leaves, mixed with tar and everything else, I'm inhaling something that tastes like mango, which is quite pleasant. I ordered for this Thursday 10p. Oh my god. I did some 10p simply from the local bank, just messed out, and I actually did get 1 A to Z out of it, which I was surprised at. I got an N in the very last bag. I only did, I think, 8 bags or something. It did my head in. There's far too many of them. I don't think I'll ever do B hunts again. The A to Zs are too rare and few and far between. The joy of, I've gone for £100 worth of 10p's and I found one territory. The reward versus effort is just not there, is it? 50p's, you still have a chance of getting. I believe your doctor said not to give up. A minute. Looks like he's trying to push you off the mortal core by the sounds of it. But then again, After a while, if you're on a dependency of that sort of stuff, £100 in 10p's, yeah, I couldn't do that, Javid. That takes a lot of dedication. That's a lot of work, a lot of effort for very little return. With 50p's, you always got a chance of getting a queue. It's rare, it's few and far between, but people are still doing it occasionally. And the £2 coins, you always got a chance of getting lots of nice ones. Any of the Olympics, all three of these are worth a good tenner without much effort. And any of the 2002 Commonwealths, again, worth a good tenner. If it's Northern Ireland, worth 40. 2015 is the one I've just been mentioning, which no one seems to be interested in having a bid on. The pairs of the Britannia and the ship, 215s. You always got a chance of getting those as well. So there's lots you can get in the £2 coins. Whereas the chance of pulling out an N after struggling through all of those 10p's, no. Not for me. I'm too lazy for that. If I had that much time on my hands, I'd go to sleep. Cause too much stress with your illnesses. Yeah, well, gearing up is like anything. You can go cold turkey on it, but with anything that you're addicted to, your body's coming to get a dependence for. It's something that can actually cause you a lot of distress. I still get my nicotine. I still have the feeling of smoking, just not. Probably saying my friend gave a £200 and 50p's yesterday to sift through. Best I found was 5 Olympics. Worldwide 5 Olympics ain't bad. In a £200 bag, I found 16 in my first ever 250 bag, and I was chucked to pieces. But that's because someone obviously cashed in their collection. I got a judo and a wrestling, I think, in there as well. So a couple of good ones. That's the best hunt I've ever done. Was my Olympic find. Gold, silver, and bronze. I consider that. Which Olympics were they, Polly? Anything decent? Or are they all archery? Blooming hate finding an archery. Lordy, you might not get a reply from one straight away, because if you type in an email, you might not have seen the entries. He's nipped out for 10 minutes to get some tobacco, but he'll be back shortly, and I'll bring his attention to your line on here when he gets back. 4 Olympics were your best? Yeah, well, that's respectable again. A lot of people are saying any search where you find an Olympic ain't no waste, is a success. Hoping to find a football. Yeah, I found a football in one of my searches, which was, I think it was the first search I ever did. And I knew at that time the bungalow had been looking for one for ages. I couldn't believe when I pulled one out. It's fantastic. Basketball, handball's a good one. Boxing, and 2 sailors. Oh, that's really good. You didn't even get a NAF archery. That's good to me. I wouldn't say no to that. Oh, this thing is still banging around constantly. Right, over there. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, no, those 5. That looks good, and Sailor's quite a good one. I quite like the picturing on that. Basketball, like basketball texture, so that's quite a good one. And the handball is a little bit down from goalball, is one of the sought after ones. Boxing, you can't really complain with either, because a lot of boxing clubs, like I say, will try and get hold of these things to use as part of their presentations, or have it like, stuck onto a bit of wood and stuff like that. Some of their kind of prizes for participation. Basketball favorite, yeah, it is a basketball texture. It is a good one. Actually, I picked up a coupled in the last few days, which Javin probably won't be too keen about, but what we got there? There we go. Got that one. Quite nice. I got that one. It's quite nice as well. I got that one, which is quite nice as well. That one, which is quite nice as well. Have to restock occasionally when I have a little glut of my wants to disappear through sales. So I then act like a vulture and I watch and wait and watch. John saying Tempe coins must have been put out in some areas. Never found one. Local bankers told me he's never found one. Steve posted to me. This one would be nice. Yeah. I got watching most of these, but I spent a fair bit building up that stock. I actually did buy about 500 coins in one go from one person. Polish, I think he obviously was the one who dealt with all the cashing up from several car washes. He's obviously been collecting for a long time and just cashed them in for a large sum. And happily, we met up in person for it. So I was able to give him cash, and we have both avoided PayPal fees. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Yeah, the finding in the Tempe's an A to Z is where it's rocking horse really. It's why I tend to just have a look on eBay and try and find them on auction, try and find them where they're poorly listed, so there's less people looking at them, and then just buy them. I ended up last week before when it was after these A to Zs, I ended up buying 75 letter F, but that's because I could buy them now, and I was paying about £1 each for them, which is the best you can ever get really on eBay. That is, if you can get them for less than that, then you've struck gold. God, 2019 silver proof on eBay yesterday for 40 quid. But one of the Beatrix Potters. Poor, is that what you said? My first Newton for months yesterday. I didn't record the hunt. I was away. Then again, if I found a queue and I didn't record it, I still wouldn't mind. I've got a queue in my hand, but I've never found one. I don't think I probably ever will, but doesn't stop you hoping. Chris, I got silver proof for 12 and another Sunday for 18. Yeah, it's listed in one category. Yeah, it's lovely when you find them in poorly advertised. Which coin was it, Chris? 2019 one. Was it Peter Rabbit or? Any streamer would like to do 5 to 8 this evening? If not, we will do it. I can't continue, I'm afraid. I'm going to need to have a snooze after we're finished here. Same as you showed, yeah, 2019 Peter Rabbit then. Yeah, if you're going onto eBay and you are after a bargain silver proof Beatrix Potter, type in 2017. See you, John. Take care. 2017, they brought out the Tom Kitten and the Benjamin Bunny, and they brought out a few. They never really captured anyone's real imagination. I think the best out of the bunch was the Jeremy Fisher, but they never really captured the imagination. They never captured anyone's kind of collectability kind of zoning in on them, and you can pick those up for as little as about 36 quid or thereabouts on eBay at any time of day or night. You go onto the actual item, then you go onto buy it now A to Z and fly past the rubbish, which is trying to, and you put in silver proof anyway. You can then start finding them as buy it now, 36 quid, or 38 or 40 and things like that. I was a bit gutty because I bought a couple of each, 60 quid a pop, from the Royal Mint when it came out. Just to find out that unlike the 2016s, which were going up and up, 2017 just went down and down. 2018 is a different matter. We know that these are 3 out of the 4 of the rarest there is, so these will stay at the prices they are and potentially go higher. But the 2017 silver proofs didn't really do all that much. So yeah, if you want to get a nice Beatrix Potter silver proof in your collection at an affordable price, I certainly suggest you look at the 2017 ones. Well, and I own coins, you must own 288 group then. Love it. But the owner of 288 group's probably pretty loaded then. And I always wonder how much Westminster is buying for them to sell them at 450. There's obviously a decent profit margin in there for them as well. So I wonder how much they're paying. No one at all. Another members of the 288 group, rather than the cheap division being Westminster Change Checker, the expensive top range Royal Mint. You don't have the collectology. You do the more fappy things, so sticking them in capsules and put them together with stamps, etc. So these are slightly more expensive. Wow, Lou, you got a 2016 Peter Rabbit with 30 quid of cash converters. Fantastic. You know how much that's worth now, don't you? It's about 450 to 500 any day of the week. Sometimes higher. Very nice indeed. I've got nothing worth that much in my collection at all. Very nice indeed. That's a lovely little thing now this to sit on. You ever need to turn cash quick, you can always whack that out and turn it into proper dosh in seconds. I've never been to a cash converters. So this is like a pawn shop, is it? Where people fail to pay it back, and or is this just where people sell stuff and then you can buy it from there? Go Steve. He's like a pawny. Oh great. I'll find out where my nearest one is and have a look. Particularly if they're taking in coins. And like you said though, it's a couple of years ago, I think now people will know the price. And the pawn shop will charge you close on to what it's selling for. That's a fab set. Sorry, collection. Everything Preston one has a coin counter. Blooming neck. I'll definitely have to find where my nearest one is and have a look. I doubt we have one in Bath though. Our council's probably too snobby to allow one to be in Bath. We don't even have a decent sized Tesco's anywhere near here because they've been turned down planning permission left, right and centre over the years. And then funnily enough, Sainsbury's asked for planning permission in the same area for the same size shop and they get agreed. Seems like they don't mind us having Sainsbury's and Waitrose's, but they aren't too keen on the rest. Although they end up letting in Primark, probably against their better judgment, but the only one willing to pay for such a large size empty retail premise. And then that opened up the floodgates, so we now have a pound shop as well, which is brilliant. I had to travel out miles to find my nearest pound shop from here. You'd be surprised with cash converters, what coins you can pick up cheap. I'm definitely going to have to find one. I don't know much about the old ones, but my mind works a bit like a calculator with most of the modern ones, so sounds cool. I shall Google that later on. Can't believe they've got their own coin counters. That's wild. Oh, I can buy online the cash converters. Is that right, Judith? If so, that's brilliant. That's even better. I'll go make a quick note of cash converters because, like I say, my memory is like a sieve at times. Yeah, just had a look. Brilliant. That sounds good. Happy days with that then. Yeah, I know the rough prices I can get them from eBay and stuff for, so I can find them on there cheaper. Happy days. I'll fill my boots. 5 royal coins, 23.99. What do you mean by royal coins? Anyway, even if they're good ones, by the time I get on there now, one of you bandits would have taken them, wouldn't you? So, it is understandable. In the same situation, I would do exactly the same. Right. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have little faith there's going to be one in Bath. There may be, but not that I can think of. But if it's that good, I don't mind travelling out a distance to find one by the sounds of it. Warren, there's a message there from Lorna for you. I trust you've seen it. Always do online and in store, well, definitely in person then. And like you say, if you can ask us to see any new ones before they even get a chance to upload them, you can grab or snaffle away the bargains. Right. Yeah, I'll just have to Google and find whether there's one in Bath. And if not, where the nearest one is. One's just been added to the group Gruffalo volunteers. Afternoon, Jack. All the bandits and pirates are on board. Although this is take 3. You do sound disappearing once and then the entire thing disappearing because I got taken on a wild goose chase. Boom, 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 boom. Get ready for take 4? Oh, you little faith. Oh, I didn't even notice Chippy Doodle and Angela Clover joined. Hello, Angela. Nice to see you. Sarah, hello. Your nearest, oh, thanks for looking. Bristol, Regent Street. Excellent. That's Kingswood 80 Regency, verse 15. Verse 15, they teach you. Okay, I should try that. Pretty sure that's Kingswood, which is actually my side of the crystal, so I can get there quite quickly. Oxford Chapel idiots. Yeah, seems to be the way. I tend to just block them. They get one walk time out and then gone. So I've got popping up on here. Let's see what's going on. See, haven't read any of these things. I'll catch up at the end. There's some lovely awkward silences here, isn't there? You cut the air and tension with a knife. Tell them you collect coins. Steve, mine rings me when you go. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, I'll finally first go in there in person and have a sketch, and I'll leave him my details. Hopefully, I'll have some coins for me to get there and then. Sounds good. Be a nice little place to get them. Happy days. Certainly an avenue I never thought of. I always get mine online from everywhere. Just have a look at the local auctions when they do collectibles, but invariably I put down book bids and never end up winning anything. They're always going for more than what I'm willing to pay. But look at them waiting and hoping for one day for them to ring me and say I've won one, but it's seldom the case. Although most of the time they don't have all that much decent cop. Well, if they do, it'd be stuff that would be quite hard to sell on. Pawn shops are awesome. Right. Yeah, like I say, unfortunately, the Bath's probably too posh to have a pawn shop. We may have one hidden away somewhere. I'll do a generic search on Google. What, UK coins, Louise, or just like silver dollars and all that? Because I'm certainly interested in potentially getting one of these big books and going for the state quarters. That sounds like fun. There we go. Cheers for that, Chris. Looks like you're going to have a tutor, Lorna, when you go on. Silver dollars, man. Yeah. Cool. I've got a few silver dollars knocking around somewhere. I actually came across them. I thought that was a nice paperweight a while back. Oh God, where did I put it? I know it's in one of these. I find it out for searching, am I? There we are. Very close the year of my birth, 1969, but I just thought it'd be quite a nice paperweight. I'm not massively into coin collecting per se, but quite like that idea. The old presidents on the back. JFK being in the middle. You got silver crusade, use the paperweight. Yeah, that's what I'm planning to use this for in due course. Yours is a diamond. Yeah, nice. Who's got all the state parks in January in Florida? Nice. I haven't been to the States since I was a kid. But yeah, some of the more interesting ones I'll be up for. They aren't penguins, but hey, you can't have everything. Nothing like the Americans are doing the state quarters and having the old maps where you can push them all in. It allows the American kids to learn where all of the states are in America and who they border and everything else. That's why I think if they're going to do something with our 10 pences, it'd be nice to do the symbols of the counties of the country and have like a county map that can come out booklet where the kids can collect the 10p's, which if they produce them in a decent enough quantity, won't all get snaffled away, and they can push them all into their books, and they'll learn that Devon borders Cornwall and Cornwall borders Dorset, vice versa. So they'll learn where everything is, and I think that'll be a good way of teaching everyone geography, because it's amazing how many people don't know where certain counties are in the UK, even though they may live within 50 miles of them. There's only so much A to Z they can get away with doing. County symbols, though, like the red rose of Lancashire or the white rose of Yorkshire and all those sort of things, that'd be a good thing. USA coins in a diamond paperweight. That sounds brilliant. You're going to have to start coin jockeying anyway, Louise, and then you can show us your paperweight, which would be good. You can't leave Hannah on her own forever as the only female. Oh, Heavens to Murgatroyd. Well, not Tracy Murgatroyd, but Heavens. Yeah, might as well do that. She was buying up all of the coins yesterday, having a field day on the old marathon. So Heavens to Tracy Murgatroyd. So we're live today right up until midnight. Wowzers. You would, Louise. I would buy it just to smash it with a chisel and hammer. I would definitely buy the white rose of Yorkshire, though. And you got all of the marketing potential for jewelry, tie-pins, push badges, stud badges on your jacket, all sorts. And you can do these, you can have a watch of them laminated as well. Not laminated, enameled. So you can get the proper ones enameled out as well and sold as enamel. That'd be quite nice, especially if they just do it on Cupid nickel enamel, so they don't have to charge you an arm and leg for the silver one. They were so like hotcakes. Chris Starr saying, like watching Kung Fu movie. My end, lips moving out of sync with speech. That's how I always am, Chris. I'm always like that. Yeah, and lose a smash of white rose. Yeah, but the white rose will give you a splinter and it will sting. All right. 5 to 8, we have Lighty. So one's on live after me. 8 till 10, we have My Family Collects, Dean. To end the night, you have Coins and More. Brilliant. Now Water Roses now live on stream. Yeah, that'll be brilliant. If I had the white rose, if they created these coins, I'd actually just like drop them in the bottom of your glass when we're out at the Mintimate, so you can swig one down and choke on it. That would be satisfaction for someone who's from Lancashire. Don't forget that war went on for a long time, and I personally think the wrong side won. But hey, Yorkshire born and Yorkshire bred, thick in the arm and thick in the head. Any of you need a mod, let me know as we auction. Okay. Lovely to have you modding, Lorna. That'll be nice. Make sure at the beginning of the streams, if you are going to be modding, for whoever's live streaming to click you as a moderator, give you the old spanner, because otherwise you'll try and ban somebody and won't be able to. So each time you need to be spanified, because we got Chris and Warren on right now, and they're both spanners. They're also moderators as well. No witty retort. This tonight. Yeah, we're on till midnight tonight, Chloe. No one, we're staying on. Oh, there we go. Coming in strong. Now, is that Amy or Ian speaking there? The spanner giver and taker away. Ha 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 ha. Power. Power craze. It's great. Hello, Andy Walton. Glad you could join us. This is part 3. We've been all over the place due to my sound disappearing and then me trying to do a random draw thing, which my machinery didn't like. It's Amy. Yeah, you are the head spanner giver and taker away. The head honcho when it comes to giving away spanners. Chris is very happy to be a spanner. That's good. So from now on, it looks like it's 12 till 12 pretty much every day. Wowzers. Amy, if you didn't catch the one from Lorna below, just come up. Ian said that she can be a mod. Obviously, we've got 2 mods on right now, but she's going to need to be a mod later on. And she knows to make sure that she asks the person who's streaming to give her the moderating spanner. Yeah, Water Roses a bit. We talked a bit about Harry Potter, Andy. I waffled a bit. We had a few awkward pregnant pauses, bit of silence. I waffled a bit more. That sounded rude, Steve. What, me waffling? Oh, pregnant pauses? No. I've known lots of pauses and not a single one's been pregnant. Not really, so. The evening mods are not paid, so bear that in mind if you're thinking of doing it. Yeah, Amy's saying she usually can't add you until the session you're on, but I won't be on, so that's fine. Yeah, whoever's streaming has the power to take or give away the old spanner. When Amy's on, she's like she said, the main spanner giver and taker away. But if we're out of hours and Amy's not in, whoever's actually live streaming can make whoever's on the board a spanner or not, as the case may be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I suppose we should call Amy the head spanner. Yeah. Amy, you are the biggest spanner of them all. You are the head spanner. All bow down and praise. The claw is my master. Yeah. And if they could please remove them afterwards, that goes without being said. Too many blues on there, then you don't notice the blues when they pop up, and these are obviously the mods that you should be paying attention to. So you should have no more than 2 classes blue at any given stage. Warren's having a belly laugh. Nice. If I had a belly laugh, there's a lot of laughter to do. She'll take that. So yeah, she likes being a head spanner. Brilliant. Lorna's gone blue. Well, I'm not saying you've gone filthy. You haven't started telling dirty jokes. You've gone blue because you've now got the spanner. So you're just here to help us, an Ian Bandit. Yeah, cool. Happy days. Yeah, you're now blue now. Whoever you remain blue is up to the mods who are on. They may think that it's too blue and remove you briefly, but like I say, whoever's on can easily make you a spanner. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, look at that. a spanner, and a medal. Amy is the gold medalist in the spanners. The world champion spanner. Love it. Anyone who's watching, if you could have a look what Warren just put up there. Wants to get a competition running between the daytime CJs. Something silly, bit of fun, but make it a regular thing. If anyone can come up with a cunning plot, more cunning than the fox being very cunning on the cunning day in Cunningshire, then let Warren know, and we'll see whether it holds water, and if we can do it, we will do. We're for anything which is doable, which is also legal, and as he put, coin related. Oh, you take all the fun out of life. Yeah, coin related. Definitely, because it's a coin channel, so yeah. But anything you can think of which is going to be relatively cheap and inexpensive. We don't have anything which costs an arm and a leg to start off. That's silly. But some form of competition, some form of competitiveness between the daytime CJs. Whether that's to buy an expensive item on the shoestring, whether that's to compile the most of a certain coin, whatever. As long as it's sensible and inexpensive and is doable, it will be given due consideration. Warren saying that his idea was something like, say, give a £20 budget, and each coin jockey gets allocated a 1 hour time slot on eBay, and they can only buy from an auction, and who can find the best deal. So, depending on how many auctions are closing within that hour span and what search parameters they stick in to see what choices they get, or whether they get every single coin in the world ending in an hour span to look at, depends who pops up with what. And then it'll be, I suppose, audience participation in regards to the judging. Yeah, Andy likes the idea. So yeah, Light is open for ideas. They'll all be given equal consideration, and we'll base it on merit and doability. If doability isn't a word, then I'd like to claim it, because I think it sounds quite good. And if I've always wished I could make up a word. So if doability is not a word, I want it. Again, a £20 budget to buy a particular coin, but you can't use eBay. I think the emphasis there is particular coin, and not to use eBay. That could be a challenge as well. Oh, God almighty. And I said, if people like it, we can make it a regular feature. Indeedy. So if you can't think of anything straight away, that's not a problem. Very few people can come up with great things immediately. What we like is the great thing, though. So give it some consideration, give it some thought, reflect upon it, and get back to us. And yeah, if we can do it, we will. And if you're going to put something ridiculous like find a coin that looks like you, then other people may struggle, but all I have to do is look for butter. And I'm pretty sure there'll be loads of coins out there with butter on, in which case I'm quite similar. I just need to smile and laugh more. He's always shown us laughing. I'm a restrained Yorkshireman. I seldom laugh, but I certainly have the physique to pull off a likeness to a butter coin. The only problem is with half the coins is you have to wait 6 weeks for them to arrive from China. Buy loads of different weird and wonderful coins if you're willing to wait for them. I've got a couple here. Which way around is that one? So that's quite nice. Even nice if you're a Yank, I suppose. As it says police officer, and it's got the American flag and the eagle and stuff there. And on there we got, he's a patron saint of police forces, police workers, whatever they put on there. Patron saint of law enforcement. We don't call it law enforcement in the UK, but they do. That's like a pocket token, which Americans are quite keen on. You can get from nearly every state, but my initials is Steve Fraser, SF. So when I found one for San Francisco Police Department, I thought that was brilliant. That's basically my initials. So Steve Fraser's Police Department. And once again on the back of there you got another picture of St. Michael. All of these little things, you can bounce on counters quite easy, as just demonstrated. You get all these little things all over the place. But you just have a long waiting list. 6 weeks. I always do all my silly kind of stocking fillers for the kids, so I buy months in advance so they arrive in good time. Commonwealth £2 work in England. That's still good, Andy. I'll be chuffed with finding in England Commonwealth. These are all Commonwealths. I've got a watch listed, but these are my spares. Majority of these are Scotland because they're the cheapest, some England and Wales. But if I find any of these in one of my hunts, I'll be chuffed to pieces. Every single one's worth at least a tenner. Bargain Queen I am, says Louise. So win a bet. So just playing catch up. See which coin jockey can spend the most on my eBay shop. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Yeah, I was thinking of, you could make the fastest sell from dragoncoins.com. Some other CJ's doing it just for some little bit of fun. We make a regular thing. How much you buy her? Yeah, that's understandable. Still looking for Wales. It is out there. It's the next bestseller after the Northern Ireland. Quite good. If you've got really grainy, crappy photographs on eBay of in England, they're sometimes worth buying. I've bought a couple of England's simply because they were really crap photographs. And you'd be amazed that every now and again you think, good, that's nice. I can just about see a star and a palm there. That's the Northern Ireland. And you pick them up for 14, 15 quid, mainly because people aren't going to fork out if they can't see it. I'm quite happy to pick them up for that sort of price to resell on at the same sort of price if needed. But if I can pick up the odd Northern Ireland, happy days. Also thinking of some other ideas now where it's for new collectors, now for US coins. Yeah, I think John Gamble will be well in there with the old US coins. I got a few random US dollars somewhere. I can't think where I got them from. Yeah, I think that's an old one. I think someone who knows about dollars knows about that the blue seal there means it's quite old. I'm not too sure what. Because all of these ones have got a green seal on them. But yeah, a lot of kids like to have a dollar bill in their wallet for some reason. Don't know why. These wannabe gangsters. So I can probably sell dollar bills for more than $1, which is ridiculous. And who'd have thought there'd be something weird like that? It's a $2 bill. I thought it was like a joke at first, but then I find out it actually is a real bill. Ones, fives, tens you can understand, but two? What the hell? Then again, when I said that, someone then said, well, you do a £2 coin. I went, oh yeah, fair play. Never thought of that. Louise is saying, go through one, mix it up. I don't know whether she's still referring to your ideas or whether she's referring to something else, but I'm assuming it's in regards to your ideas. Let's say that. I will stress these are ideas and not from me, and from me, not Ian. So open to suggestions. I've got loads of US dollars in coins. You can use them as currency now, can't you? But then again, if you've got a silver dollar, you're going to use that, I suppose, instead of a quid. You probably think it cost me more than that. But it makes me wonder. Look, I have a lot of these knocking about, but I don't think I've got that many more than above quarters, lower than quarters. $2 vending machines. Loads of coins. I need to stop. It's an addiction. You can always trade them in as cash converters and buy lots of gin. Can be done. If so, please use the cash converters near to me and let me know when you're doing it. Andy's daughter's coming back from honeymoon in Mexico. I can't believe that. Andy, really? Your daughter got married? You obviously fathered the bride's speech and all that. You send her off to, she's going off to Mexico for a honeymoon. You know, starting married life, fantastic holiday, a honeymoon. And you've actually given a shopping list to bring her back Mexican peso and American dollars. Oh, she must think you're sad. Although, if I was you, I'd have done exactly the same. I just trust you asked before the wedding and not on the wedding day itself. Now you're keeping your coins. You're going to cover yourself in them, aren't you? Absolutely, says Andy. Cool. I've got more of these things bouncing up. I don't even know. Non-stop. Thing is, you wouldn't mind kind of laying on the bed and spraying yourself and covering yourself with like $100 bills, and that'd be great. But coins would be a big cut for starters, and it'll hurt. Not seeing Ian's video from now on. Coins being put into circulation have been marked. Oh yeah. In case you haven't seen that, the coins that we're going to be putting into circulation, although it's not absolutely foolproof, because as soon as one is advertised somewhere, someone can then just copy it to some degree, but they are going to be stamped with the initials of the Great British Coin Hunt. So the TGBCH, there'll be one like metal punch, so like a metal stamp punch, which a hammer smash it in and get a TGBC or H. And then I've got to shut up now. Why am I shutting up? Not telling people to copy it. I'm saying what is going to, in all likelihood, happen. Just like now, when we know that the coins were not put into circulation, the Peter Rabbits, people whacking them up there, are slightly circulated, etc. We did know that people are just taking it out of their packaging because they think that they can flog it for 20 quid by saying that this circulated one and maybe connected to this stunt that we pulled. The bettors would take very little time indeed for someone to realise that they could imitate the same, just like the others. Got to bear in mind, I've dealt with a lot of crime prevention over the last 30 years, and no matter how good security services are in coming up with safety features like for cars, it doesn't take too long for the criminals to get around it. People are quite ingenious when it comes to making money. but for the star we'll be having ours stamped with these letters and put into circulation, so when people find them they're a little bit more unique and it's less likely that they could be imitated, like they obviously imitated some of the Peters. Can I speak again now, or do I still need to keep shut up? I was speaking anyway. I only paused for a little bit. Lorna says hi to Coin Cupboard. I didn't see you join. Hello, Coin Cupboard. So I just been taken to task shortly after you joined, so I missed it. Then I got my little lip down and started sulking for a little bit, but 'tis normally the way. At least Javid's finding it funny. Hey. And Louise says that my face looked like a smack. Yeah, it does anyway, let's be fair. It's one of my charms. God, this thing never stops. I've got to do something about that. Right. Changing the subject totally. What should we talk about now? Let me shove away some of my Olympics. No, I'm not, I wasn't telling them how to. I tell them how we do it. And that's pretty damn obvious how you punch something. I can't imagine someone's there with a Drebble. So that ain't happening. So yeah. 2 and 2 makes 4 is 4, whichever way you look at it. And I like minions. But I'm not a criminal mastermind, but I can work it out. Anyway, so as one was saying, it's all gone quiet over there. Yes, it's all gone quiet. All gone quiet. All gone quiet. All gone. Here we are. Set number of each coin will have the letter T, G, B, C, or H stamped on it. I think it's for 250 of each. So easy to tell if you found a genuine circulated one. However, obviously type it along. There's be a big paragraph. This one. Worth waiting for. Should have a few dots after that. There you go. You are for a limited time able to purchase this from the site with a COA and select the letter that you want. It's a little drop down box of the 5 letters and you pick it. Pick the which letter you want, be it a T, G, B, C or H. They've been available since yesterday in that format. And if you've already pre-ordered some and you got a handful coming out like I've got, you'll have the sets done in such a way. So if you've already ordered 5 of them, you'll get the full set of TGBCH. If you've ordered just a few, you'll be getting random numbers, but you shouldn't be getting duplicates. Currently priced at $24.95, and there's a hyperlink direct to the site, and that is a page to be able to select the number of the alphabet from those given. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, nobody. Boom, 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 boom. Called a jewel. They're tiny. You can fit them in your wallet, and it's a pod sort of feature. So you just pop the pod in, and this one is mango, and it is gorgeous. There you go. One saying that these should have been on the site of the weekend. They were on yesterday, but I don't know what stage of yesterday they got on. But as a mix-up, and they did not get added until later than expected. So he suspected a double in price shortly, as the Paddington did when that was released. Paddington or Peter Rabbit? I think he means Peter Rabbit. Yeah, as we release the coins, obviously, then the price goes up. You get the advantage of the lower price by getting in there at the beginning, as being part of the kind of site and team involved in it. But as soon as it actually hits the public domain, whoosh, up goes the price, because obviously up goes the interest and the publicity. Like you said, it's been a long weekend, certainly for a lot of people, but it's been a bloody long one for Warren. He stayed up the entire 24 hours, either presenting or modding for a lot. That is a long, long time. Plus, obviously, whatever time he got up before it even started, because I can't imagine he stayed in bed on Saturday morning until 10 to 12. So, yeah, he did a very, very long shift. Yeah, you need to have an early night, Warren, but you're doing the 5 to 8. Did you not say you're coming on after me? In which case, you've got 5 hours modding, a nightmare for me, because obviously I'm probably one of the hardest people to mod for, because you don't know whether to actually moderate me or moderate the people on the feed, and then obviously in and out as well. Once some people have been jumping in and buying all 5 of them to get them now before the price changes. That seems very sound judgment. Chris making some suggestions in regards to medication. Great song actually by God, Smells of Teen Spirit. Who did that? Nirvana. Yeah, did a song called that. Yeah, so if you've ordered 3 or 4 on the Mad Weekend, you might want to jump in now and get the last one and make a little comment when you're paying to let them know that you've already got 4 on order or whatever, and this is going to be the last one. Yeah, Kurt Cobain, legend. Yeah, too bloody right. Taken from us far too young. Love this stuff. And one of the most memorable and automatically recognizable album covers of all time. The baby in the blue water swimming. That is absolute class. Anyway, what was I doing? Yeah, so we've already got 3 or 4 from the Mad Weekend, like a lot of us have. I already had the 5, and then I've got another 3, so 8 or whatever. But if you've already ordered 5, they'll make sure that you get the full set of the initials. If you've ordered 3 or 4, now's the time before they double in price to get the last 1 or 2, and then make the full set of the 5. And make sure they know that you've ordered 5 in total now, or whatever, so that they make sure that you get all of the same the full set of 5 initials rather than any duplicates. So now is a good time because they're going to be getting launched extremely soon and the prices will go up. And the first thing could be whittled down by some reporters, etc., as being a one-off stunt. But as soon as they see what's going on with the Gruffalo and they realise this isn't a one-off stunt, this is a campaign, we should get a lot more publicity and press coverage from it. Plus, the numbers are going to be higher. The distribution is going to be further afield. It should be much, much bigger. He predicted in May, particularly years previously, he would do it. Yeah. Yeah, it is amazing stuff. Yeah, his music will always last. Some of the stuff is brilliant. Heart-shaped box, another one of my favourites. There's some absolute stonkers. But there you go. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of musical heroes disappear over the last few decades. And the rumours about him or not, and whether they're true or not, people can't deny that Michael Jackson was the king of pop in some of the music he came out with. Hello, Dean. Nice to see you. My family collects. Freddie Mercury, George Michael, David Bowie. It is, whoa, so many people have disappeared. I love Michael Jackson. Well, yeah, his photo album and things like that. And Bad, there was undeniably works as a genius, same as Prince. Yeah, Prince was a prolific songwriter. They reckon there's probably enough material for 100+ albums left by him. He has produced so much. Manic Monday, #1 for the Bangles. He wrote that. He wrote several #1s for several of the bands. He wrote more #1s for other bands than I think the Bee Gees did. The Bee Gees wrote shed loads of #1s for other people. Diana Ross's Chain Reaction was written by the Bee Gees. Yeah, Kurt Cobain way before his age. Yeah, too right. He was a pioneer. In the same respect, I know it's autoerotic asphyxiation, but Michael Hutchinson from In Excess, brilliant. By heck, I didn't know that, Warren. Female groupie sprayed smells like Kurt Cobain on the wall. Wow. And your tickets to see Michael as well. Yeah, I remember watching TV when he did that moonwalk. Very first, and people just went, "What the hell? How's that possible?" And I was a buzz for weeks after that. Full of useless information. Well, it's not useless. It's interesting and intriguing information. And if people weren't full of this stuff, then we'll never know it. I've got loads of useless information too. It's only useless until someone wants to know it. Then all of a sudden it becomes useful. I never knew that. I know it now. And next time someone talks about Smells Like Teen Spirit, I can pass that on. So yeah, it's good for pub quiz, and it's good to have in your knowledge bank. I can pull things out from decades ago, and then I can't pull things out from yesterday, which is weird. I think the wiring in my brain for memory is gone, but they do say you can't have chronic pain and a good short-term memory. Well, I can live with that, but I haven't got a good medium-term or long-term memory either. Oh, here we go. Light is going to surprise us now with something else. Amy's the same. Good. I always call myself, scatterheaded because I am. My memory is terrible. And if anyone's heard of it, he'll be surprised. Here we go. Lighty's going to come out with a little gem here for us. And let's see whether any of us can pip into the post and know about it. Someone has to remind me about Snake Lifter as well. One of my favourite films is called Soul Surfer. No, I've never heard of it. We're talking about useless information and recalling things from the past. Chris is confirming that's true. It's based on a true story. Soul Surfer. Sounds bizarre. I like Mannequin. I'm a little bit more lowbrow, I think. So. Kim Cattrall in Mannequin was gorgeous. Which is bizarre in a way because she was such a sex symbol, and yet she then became the man-eater Samantha in Sex and the City. And in reality, she's not even American. She's Welsh and she's a lesbian. So they use her as a man-eater and always been used as a sex symbol, and yet she's never been interested in it, which is classic. I'm not going to even tell you what it's about, but it's out of this world. Well, that's intrigued me enough. I'm going to have to write it down. Soul Surfer. I'll have a look at that. Oh, anyone know what a snack is? Oh, that's good questions, these are. A bottle of beer made by a thing called a snack lifter. Oh, I know, yeah. And so it's a weird name. Someone's just made up one. There they are. So a snack is part of latches a gate together. If you're from Yorkshire, you know what a snack lifter is. You lift it, put it down again. A bit like rig welter, which is from Black Sheep Brewery. Rig welter is when your sheep's upside down on his back and he can't straighten himself back up. He's being rig welted. Rig welter, you turn it back over. True stories, then you can't giggle in the background. Yeah, we're talking randomness. It's all good. Howdy, Marie, you back? Shopping done? Good. What's for tea? Maybe one full bag of chocolate. Maltesers. Yeah, gotta be done. I thought you were proposing to Marie there because you thought she had a bag of chocolate. I got that wrong. Yeah. Speaking of which, they are only small bags. I do think I deserve another bag. Bagwell, lovely. Life always seems so much better when you have a Maltese in your cup. The impossible suddenly becomes doable. There are Chris, you can marry a chocolate. Chris, do you take Malteser to be your lawful wedded chocolate? To have and to hold until she melts. I do. Yeah. I know it's 2 down, 1 to go, but you can have one, Jack, if you want. Sure. There you go. I'll tip it into the monitor. There you go. There you go. Look at that. Oh, gone. No, not too much chocolate, Murray. Chocolate's fine. It's all gone now. See? Mmm. Tastes so good though. Yeah, John Gamble's 2 down, looking for his third. Why don't you want to be a third wife? Yeah, they do taste awesome. I'll take the lot. We could always do that, couldn't we? One day I could always bring a selection of different chocolate bars. We could do an auction for chocolate. I could get one of those monster-sized Toblerones. Wonder how many A to Z's you'd be worth. I don't know, Marie. I've probably heard to at least 20, 25. Probably only likes chocolate when they look like mini bottles. Ooh, says Marie. What chocolate looks like mini bottles? Mars bar for an A to Z. Any bids? Make it 2 Mars bars and might be interesting. Yeah, no, it depends. Are they shop bought single Mars bars or are they multi-pack 4s? Because they're only small now, aren't they? They shrunk. The price didn't shrink, I noticed. They shrunk all of the chocolate, but the prices remained the same. That seemed a little bit cruel, really. They're going to shrink the size of the chocolate. They should shrink the prices as well. But... oh, ones with liqueurs inside. Oh, I don't do liqueurs. Yeah. Normally naff chocolate as well, really. If you want the liqueurs, just drink the liqueurs. Minus 10 coins for Mars. Now talk twirls and we can haggle. Hey. I like ripples as well. Ripples are basically flakes, but protected so you don't drop half it when you try and eat it. So it's always nice when you finish a flake, being able to tip the wrapper upside down and getting the last few bits. So that's always, I suppose. But can anyone remember Cabana bars? Or am I just the old one around? Yes, a king size now used to be the small size. Yeah. Ripple can be dunked like you can with a twirl. Don't dunk chocolate. That's terrible. Even the big Mars bars have shrunk. No, they have. I used to like Cabana bars. They used to be coconut with a little bit of cherry in them, a layer of caramel on the top, and covered in chocolate. They were gorgeous. They were the best kind of version of a bounty mixed with cherry and caramel that was known to mankind. It was only around when I was a nipper, and I'm 50 now, so probably why. But I'm pretty sure they were Cadbury's, but I don't know why they stopped making them. Probably the ingredients were too expensive and they were selling something else. Who's on here? It's all the choc from around the crunchy bar first. No, I used to, but now I just eat it as the same. Lemon raisin choc bar. Only 50. Yeah, only 50. What, do I look older? Great. Grumbly. Yeah, I suppose I look 60. But when I shave off all this fluff, I look younger. I'm going to have to give this a trim tonight, so next time you see me, I look younger. Well, Polly also eats the chocolate from around the country. I mess around with eating the biscuit off a double decker and then eating the nougat at the end. I always bite off the biscuit of a double decker. Starbar, yeah, very close. He was up really good. And Louise can remember Cabana bars. Yeah, they were gorgeous. Really succulent coconut with bits of cherry in, caramel, chocolate covered. Fantastic. But is there any weird double decker eaters like me who bites off the biscuit, kind of bit at the bottom first, and then it saves all the nougat to the end? If we already have Polly being weird with the crunchy like Marie, there must be. Yeah, Marie does as well. Wee, excellent. Yeah, you got to do that. Oh, you don't like double deckers? How can you not like double deckers? You mustn't like nougat. I'll suck the chocolate off and dunk the rest. Yeah, that sounds good. And I always bite the biscuit off and then save the best bit till last. You eat it first. Huh. Can't see that. I want to save the best till last. We have digressed massively, haven't we? Has anyone even mentioned or thought of anything coin related in the last 25 minutes? Oh, I've totally forgotten about Fuse bars. Yeah, they were good. Why did they stop making them? Yeah. Chocolate coins never seems to be the best quality chocolate coins. Whereas I can inhale a box of Cadbury's chocolate fingers. Yours? Did you get an email from Louis to get chicken and that? Or curry?
Yeah, he messaged screenshot it.
Oh, cool. Oh, got no shiny now, getting dark. Ours used to be 2p. That's a coin. Penguins. Bite a small bit from each corner and suck your tea coffee through. Oh, I've never tried that. That sounds a little bit weird, but yeah, probably doable. Yeah, chocolate coins. Coin related. Yeah, got you. Yeah, well, the chocolate is now. Remember half pea sweet, yeah. After eating mince, smell absolutely divine. Yeah, again, I can eat a box of these in one go. It's okay. Huge rocks. Toffee apples, yeah, I like toffee apples. It's the only way you can get me eating an apple covered in toffee. Two yesterday, Oceans. I bought mini rolls, but honeycomb mini rolls, made for bonfire night or Halloween sort of thing. They were nice. Again, Sainsbury's special. Quid a box for 5. Needless to say, I bought them yesterday, so there's none left. I did give 2 away to my son and his girlfriend. I was being very generous last night. Do you need lights on? Alexa, turn on smart plug. Alexa, turn on first plug. Hey, put some lighteners on. Okie dokie. It's making a salon, is it?
Yeah.
Coolio. Mojo Sweets, 2 for a penny, yeah, Mojo's. And they used to do these spearmint chews as well, didn't they? The same sort of price. God, I'm old. Yeah, so am I can remember them too. Louise, what did Noah take when for travel sweets and that when he loaded up the ark? Warren said that you were around at the same sort of time. Did you kind of help him out with the shopping for that? Ah, I love it. Back in the day, before health and safety, Sister Patrick would get us kids to scour the playground for the lolly sticks. She washed them and used them to make the next batch of toffee apples the next day. Brilliant. Blackjacks. Ah, well, you mentioned one of my weaknesses now. Ah. Always be prepared, otherwise you're prepared to fail. Refreshers in a pack. And someone else mentioned it. Get our blackjacks. Not too old for blackjacks. There you are, Louise. I've got some right in front of me. So there we are. She was around well before Noah. Yeah, of course she was. She's laughing because she's 46, but what she means is she's 46 centuries. We know how long witches last for. Oh, she needs a tenor lady now. Look. Well, it's your age, like you did say. You're 46, so yeah. Right, got 4 blackjacks for a penny. Yeah, you used to get loads, didn't you? Same with the mojos. Oh, nice. That was my first business. We used to have a village shop. We used to be open from about 9 till 5, 5 days a week, and that was it. Back in those days, nothing opened on a Sunday either. Saturday was always shut, but I used to stock up with some extra sweets, and I used to have them on my porch with my little kind of village shop when the village shop was shut. People used to come to me and buy them, and I used to charge them a premium. Duncan loves blackjacks, Spira chocolate bar. I don't remember that one. Doesn't ring a bell. If it was my arc, there would be no men on it. Well, that'd be fair. Spira. Oh, everyone remembers. Oh, Louise remembers Spira, but yeah, you got to bear in mind, Duncan. If you're asking for any like old type sweets, I may have a little knowledge, but Louise will know because she was in her 20s or 30s when these things were coming out, so she can remember them extremely well. Put them in the microwave for like 5 seconds. Ooh, blackjack and fruit salads. Oh, what, melt them? That's gross. I'll have to chew from it. That's the fun. And I wasn't eating these until someone remembered me. Welcome to the sweet shop. Yeah, there we are. A to Z's for some blackjacks. Oh, look at that. Business as always. He's given us a hyperlink to something. I doubt that's going to be a sweet shop. Yeah, only a little so they go gooey. Don't gooey. That'll make you about 80. That's about right, isn't it, Louis? Woman said he thinks you're about 80 or 90. I'm one of the people what Woman said. Yeah. I'm trying to think what Spiro are. Like Cadbury's. Yeah, show off, Amy. Yeah, but Ochies is how you think about it, how you look at it. If you swap them over, you're only 26. And swap mine over because I'm 50. That makes me 5, which intellectually puts me a little bit ahead of what I am, but close enough. So I wish you hadn't mentioned blackjacks. Just a hex glove. Yeah, Louise, swap them over. 64, spot on. So even when it's my next birthday, I'm only going to be 15. Ha ha ha. I work on a basis you're only as old as the person you feel. Depending on which the person is, can make you relatively young. And no matter how old the body gets, you're always the same age in your mind, aren't you? The body might not do what you want it to do anymore, but you're still the same age in your mind. Your mind hasn't aged. You're still the same naughty kid. You don't feel old. I think it's bizarre I'm taking a medical pension. I'm no longer fit enough to be a cop, but I don't feel that way. But other days I do. So it is what it is. We're getting all deep and meaningful to finish off the feed, aren't we? Well, apart from the fact that Louise has realised that switching her numbers around, she's now 64. Nah, nah, nah. Don't worry, next birthday you're 74. Love it. Right, it's a few minutes to 5. I hope you are not all rushing off and you can hang fire, because Warren's on next and he's going to require and enjoy your support, and he's going to do something coin related. Do me leg, you're putting me to shame now, Warren. We are a coin related channel in so much that we deal with coins. Oh, look at that, 92. Yep, see, the way it works out, you're the oldest of us all, Amy. See? So I'm going to end my feed in order to then find Warren's. I hope you all do the same. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye, bye. I have a black tongue now. I don't care.